Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Look at that for a view. That's a spectacular view on a truly spectacular day. Well, it's a little bit chopsy-mopsy, as you can see, but that bit of movement in that beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea, that's a little bit turquoisey, a little bit greeny, and even a little bit murky dirty. But it's still a spectacular view, that's for sure. Welcome to the channel known as Marika and Me. If you want to go through our website, marikaandme.com, go and have a look. You can leave some pictures and some comments on there as well too. Now, where are we going to go today? Where are we now? This is the very top of Riccos Beach, and the idea of this little video, just let's suggest you were staying in one of the beachside hotels in downtown Paphos, and let's just think for a moment that you hired a car, and let's just think that perhaps you wanted to drive to the downtown Paphos Harbour. Now, you might think that you just come out of your hotel, take a left and keep going. Well, in the olden days you did, but unfortunately now the Paphos Promenade has been pedestrianised, so you can't drive down it. So you're thinking, well, it doesn't matter, I'll just turn by T for 2 and go round the back. Well, you can't, because they've big digged it. So now there's a very convoluted, shall we call it, detour. And of course, if you're not familiar with the roads, you'd probably think, never mind, I won't bother. So the idea of this video is to show you not only the beauty and the spectacality of the blue sea on this little bit of a rough car park area, shall we say. So if your name's Lady Oh So Sweet Caroline, get yourself on a memory foam pillow, and just before you do, pour a tot or two for our partner in crime, the one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns. This is the road along Riccos Beach, and it's well, it's a road from hell. You never know, the mayor one of these days might get some of his guys to come out here with a big digger, dig it all up and resurface it, because it's about time, that's for sure. But it's a great place to come and swim, and a great place to come and rest on the beach. Not today perhaps, because it's that little bit chopsy-mopsy. You know, if you're curious to know what the weather is today, we're in the 3rd week of March. I mean, to be honest, we're very rapidly approaching into, this road's awful, isn't it, into April. Well, anyway, if your name is Miss Dawn, you got a husband called Mr. Sean, you got a cat called Daisy and a dog called Bobo, the temperature today at around about midday is 16 degrees, so a little bit chilly for our liking, should we say. We like it when it gets to about 22 and it starts to rise. But of course, if you're up in the Peak District, probably it's that little bit chillier and it's that little bit damper. So not that we're wishing you any bad luck, but it's probably, I hope not. I hope you've got blazing sunshine, and I hope you're dancing at your chutzka in the back garden on some nice dry stone walling that Keelan and Mr. Sean have just built. Anyway, big shout out to them. I'll be singing that song later, Keelan, I promise you. Right, where are we? We're on this little road, and it's a hell of a road. Even in a Mercedes S-Class, to be honest, the air suspension is struggling to iron out all of these, what should we call them, imperfections, potholes, God knows, all sorts of things have been going on. That's an internet line they've been putting down, obviously. The manholes were never at the right height, and then we've had some earthquakes and all those kind of things, and the road, it's gone to hell, hasn't it? I mean, if your name's Mr. Andy and you're coming from downtown Shropshire, I mean, what can I say? You complain about your roads. When you get here, you're going to have a heart attack, that's for sure. Anyway, the first hotel that's going to come up, by the way, is the Louis Fyton Beach. And there was a young lady the other night that left a comment, and she's going to get married there. And I think, I'm not sure, she hasn't replied to my comment, but I think, if you're watching, that you were inviting us to your wedding. I mean, you must be nuts, by the way. But if you are, it's very greatly appreciated, and we will more than willingly attend. And I mean it. And we'll even be very well behaved, and we'll wear straight jackets and that kind of thing. But you will allow us to make one silly little video, won't you? I hope you do. Anyway, if you are coming down and you're going to get married, and you do want to have an idiot with a blonde beauty at your wedding, again, drop in the comments. Let us come, because we'd love to come to your wedding, and we promise, and we really do promise, to be on our very best behaviour. And you never know, it could become a bit of a thing. Come to Paphos and get married, and well, make a fool out of Mr. Paul and Marika of Marika and Me. So, as you can see, we are joining, this is the purpose-built road, by the way. That's the ringer road, should we call it, when you come up from the airport on the buses. You'll understand when you come on a bus, it's very difficult to explain. But it cuts out the Yerraskipu part, and this is the way you will be delivered to your hotels. first hotel, as I've said, is this one here, the Louis Phaeton Beach. Beautiful hotel, by the way. It's got a beautiful rear end and a spectacular view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. The management here, they don't dislike us too much. They allow us to steal the odd croissant or two, much to the disliking of some people, but we get on with them pretty well. The Lewis group of hotels are all right, and they don't have a problem with us. So now and again, we have a bit of a mosey on down in their hotels and steal a chocolate cake or a croissant or two. Although I think the chocolate cake I stole was in the Eliathan Hotel, wasn't it? And of course they get on with us as well. But our favourite hotel, our favourite hotel has to be the Mayfair Gardens. I mean, the boss in there, Euro. Wow, what a superstar he is. And of course the general manager, Mr. Christoph. If you're staying in that hotel, by the way, let us know, because we can arrange for you to get something extra, like a bottle of wine, maybe a gift or something. So just let us know if you're staying there, and we'll pop in, give him your name and surname. And Mr. Yuri and Mr. Christos will make sure that you get something extra special. This is the Aquamari Hotel. Again, one of our favourite hotels in downtown Paphos. If you want to know about that hotel, why not go and have a look at a YouTube channel called Andrea and Mart, and then message Andrea, because they stayed in that hotel and they said that hotel was a fantastic hotel, as everyone else has told us as well. So, the Leonardo Cipria Bay, not so sure about that one. We think it's quite a good hotel, but not if your name is J Mac. If your name's J Mac, that's when he gets threatened by his wife Tracy. So there we are. That's a little in joke, but we won't go any further. That's between Tracy and J Mac. Probably Sophie and JJ, us and half the rest of the world. Anyway, this is the road which is known as Paphos Avenue, but to keep it very simple, I mean, my Greek's not very good, and neither is yours probably. So this is, more simply, the Hotels Road. Pretty much every hotel that you want to stay in Paphos is on this road, or very, very close to this road. If you're not in a hotel on this road, well, therefore you must be on the Clorica side, or even in Coral Bay. So if you're in a Cape Paphos hotel and it's a beachside, it must be on this road. Simple as that. There we go. Athena Royal Beach Hotel, that's that there on the left hand side. They've got quite a few hotels, the Constantinos brothers. And as we continue down here, if you turn where that white car is now, you go down to the Lewis Imperial Beach Hotel, which is where, of course, Miss Sally Briers and Mr. Matt Dyers, who just popped over to Lanzarote, but we let them off, are going to stay in around about September. This is Tifa 2 on the Hotels Road, and then this area here is known as the Triangle. On my left hand side is the Olympic Lagoon Resort, which means on my right hand side, there was a gentleman asking the other day, where is the Avanti Hotel? Well, it's just over there to the right, just across the road from all these restaurants and bars on the area known as the Triangle. This is the Ampura 4-star luxury resort on the left hand side, and that is a big skyscraper. Well, it's not really a skyscraper, but it is by Cyprus standards. It's about, what is it? Let's have a quick look. It looks like about 12 floors. So if you're living in downtown LA, I mean, it's not, is it? It's just a little humble apartment block, but for Cyprus, that's pretty high. Let's have a quick, let's try and count it up. Hold on a second. See if my counting's any good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 14 stories. There you go, about 14. So that's very, very high. Now this hotel here, 5-star luxury adult only hotel, is the Amalfi Hotel. If your name's Joe Cox, you've got a beautiful wife called Miss Debbie, a sister called Miss Kath, who's got a partner in crime called Mr. Colin. You liked that last December, and you liked it so much you're coming back this December. This hotel, well, there he is. There's Alex on his horse Stavros. So that must mean that that probably is the greatest hotel in downtown Paphos, as its name suggests, Alexander the Great. Now, as we go a bit further, we're going to come past the Amura 5-star hotel. That's here. This is the spa part of it on our left-hand side. And then you probably may have noticed there's a bit of big diggering going on. So this is where you now get stuck. There we go. You can't go any further because they're doing big diggering and they're putting in pipes. So now you have to take a right. So we're going to take the right, like they are suggesting. So don't be scared now. And we're going to take you on a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a waggle. If you were to go left here, by the way, that's the Keg and Barrel, and that's the top of Bar Street. And over to our right is T&J's Fish and Chips, probably the greatest fish and chip shop in downtown Paphos. That's the Nemi restaurant, which belongs to the, I can't even say it, by the way, but it's a great hotel, a Nelly Hotel, I think how you pronounce it. And I know the girl in there is going to kill me when she watches this video. She really is going to come out and shoot me live. But it's a great hotel. Lots of people like it. I just can't pronounce it, and I can't pronounce most things, to be honest. I can't even pronounce my own name. So there we go. My pronunciation is absolutely Sherlock Holmes. Now, on that note, if you like what you see, want to hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness, because if you want to learn your way around Paphos, this is probably the channel for you. I'm going to do 2 to 3 videos every single day driving around Paphos, talking absolute rubbish, but now and again you do get a bit of a bearing. That's the old post office, by the way, on the left hand side, and it still operates as a post office box place, so lots of people still got post office boxes. Now, this is the road that's sort of, we'll call this what, Midtown Paphos. It's the rear of Bar Street. A lot of expats live in this area, a lot of apartments are to rent in this area, and I have a lot of customers in this area. But this is the road that's going to take us to the harbour. Okay, so if you're in a hire car and you want to go and park in the harbour and you're in one of the hotels on the hotels road, this is the easiest road for you to come along. So just, well, digest the route, should we say. Very simple route and a very easy route, but there's just not that many bearings on it. So perhaps rewind it and watch it again and give us another view. You never know. Now, you could go right here, but you don't need to, okay? And that would take you to the traffic lights that brings you to the crossroads, which if you go straight is Russian Road. Again, if you go hunting back in the videos, as you watch more and more of the videos, you're going to familiarise your idea with what I mean for names like Russian Road, Upper Bar Street, downtown Paphos, all these kind of things. So go and watch a few more videos, and we say thank you very much. Now, if you want to know how the channel is funded, well, all you have to do is go through to our About page. So that's marikaandme.com, and go through to the About page, and you will see a little icon that says Buy Me a Coffee. And that's how it works. If you click on that once or twice, it is very much appreciated, and that's what funds the channel. We use your cash and we put it into the, well, fuel tank. In this case, it's diesel, and we then go around and make these little videos for you. And if you want a special video especially for you, well, drop it in the comments, and again, go and hit that button once or twice, and I promise you I'll go and do that video especially for you. That's the Paphos Mall roundabout. That's the Paphos Mall. Over there to the right, we're going to take a left, which means we're going down to the Paphos Harbour, as the sign says. We're going to go under this steel structure, which is known as the Paphos Sky Walk. And what is it? Well, it's a raised platform that allows you to walk through an archaeological site, and it gets you some great views down to downtown Paphos, across the blue Mediterranean Sea, and some great views up to Midtown Paphos, even as far as Mesa Paphos. And it's something I think everyone should go do. It takes you 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. At the moment it's free, but you know, as with most things in the world, there is a little bit of a rumour going around that one of these days some turnstiles may be put at each end, and you might have to cross the palm of somebody with a couple of euros. So if you're in town, why not go and do it while it's free? At least you can say you've done it, and I think it's worth the walk. I think the views are spectacular, and you're going to get some spectacular fresh air, and you never know, one of these days you might get to walk along it, and you might get to see the mayor himself, Athos. A great man for Paphos, with a great vision and some great belief in the town. And there's Mr. Mario's coming the other way in his black pickup. We understand that Jalalamo restaurant in the harbour area is open. If you come back in the next video, you're probably going to see us chuchka dancing, kissing and hugging all our friends in the downtown Paphos harbour. So this is it. We're coming to the harbour, and as I say, there's a lot of big diggering going on pretty much everywhere, and please forgive it if you're coming on your holidays, but hopefully it will not interrupt your holiday too much, and hopefully you'll still get some great food, some great service, and on top of all that, of course, you'll get some great sunshine and a very good welcome indeed. And if you're looking for us, well, normally we're in and around the downtown Paphos promenade and harbour area at around about lunchy-ish time, and then as it gets hotter and hotter, we will appear in and around the evening time. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, why not hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. There it is. That's the beautiful blue blue Mediterranean Sea. That's the downtown Paphos Harbour area. It's Easter time, as you can see, and it really is a spectacular day, even though there's a bit of wind going on. The temperature, as I've said, is around about 16 degrees, so it's not too bad. So I'm going to say thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.